It can be tedious to travel. To make it there on time for your flight, you must plan beforehand. And if you experience any problems when riding a bus, train, or airplane, you just have to wait till the trip is over and put up with it. But supposing you were wealthy, what if you were the company's CEO? What if you were a CEO who was among the richest people in the world? Well, because I daydream about it, I can imagine what it might be like. Additionally, I did some research on the world's richest CEOs. The final result of their travel plans is that they don't board a plane. Rather, it catches them. They may have to live with the guilt of certain CO2 emissions, but even with some charitable environmental lectures and books, and despite what some may say, money cannot solve every problem. You are in my gaze, the third William Henry Gates. Greetings from our channel once more. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell before we start. See our videos and never miss one. Warren Buffett is ranked 5th. As a newspaper boy in his youth, this man commuted by bicycle. There are benefits to being immortal like the Queen, and Warren Buffett made several long-term bets that paid out by using this advantage. With a net worth of $98 billion, he is now the 6th richest CEO in the world and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Netjets is a subsidiary of Berkshire Hathaway, the largest business on the planet, the world's largest private jet operator. This company offers wealthy clients fractional ownership in business aircraft to cut down on unnecessary costs associated with owning a private jet, while maintaining the effectiveness and comfort of flight. In essence, it's Uber and Airbnb. But Warren Buffett is just a recent convert to private jet travel among the wealthy. He had already decried the practice frequently. Then he went out and got himself a Bombardier Challenger. However, he called it indefensible to make it clear that he meant what he said. He eventually realized he required this mode of transportation, and he later changed the name to the Challenger, which is a need. 9 to 19 passengers can be accommodated in the elegant cabin of the 600. The cabin is 28.3 feet long, 6.1 feet in height, and 8.2 feet in width. The space on board the aircraft is 115 cubic feet. Make room for luggage. The Challenger has extremely low noise and vibration levels, which is incredibly cool. Mr. Buffett claims that he only travels about 3,000 miles a year because he spends most of his time in the air. For comparison, the typical senior American guy drives more than 10,000 miles annually, or 3 times that amount. It is therefore not unexpected that he travels in a 2014 Cadillac XTS, which would only cost about $20,000 today. The fourth, Mark Zuckerberg is not following the advice of the wise. We now turn to Mark Zuckerberg, our newest and wealthiest CEO. He is well known to you all as the creator and CEO of Facebook. He portrays Jesse Eisenberg in the movie, in actuality, and he's one of the most powerful people in contemporary media, if not the most. He is the originator of all social media influencers, and Time named him one of the top 100 most influential people of the year in 2019. His current market value is $110 billion, and you believe he doesn't spend much given that he practically always sports the same gray t-shirt? Think again, since Bruno Cucinelli custom-made each of those t-shirts, which cost roughly $400 each. The same applies to his travel-related lifestyle. On the outside, bland, but filthy on the receipt. Unlike the majority of our wealthiest CEOs, Mr. Zuckerberg does not own a private jet. Instead, Facebook will take care of his charter travel bills in 2020 in the same way that they would take care of other things, like his security. Facebook spent over $25 million on charter services for Zuckerberg during the year we were all supposed to stay at home. On the road, Zuckerberg drives compact vehicles like the Honda Fit and Volkswagen GTI. The price of the two vehicles would be about $60,000. He also owns Organic Wire, which is worth $3 million. So if you think that's all there is to it, you haven't been listening to me. 50 times as many as all the other automobiles put together. Zuckerberg on the third burner of the receipt, bland and dirty are no. After surpassing Amancio Ortega of Zara in 2018, Bernard Arnault became the wealthiest person in France, Europe, and the fashion industry. He actually held the title of the richest man in the world twice after surpassing who in 2019 respectively. Here is the CEO of LVMH, a global corporation that trades in luxury goods such as clothing, jewelry, perfumes, watches, liquor, and other such items. With a net fortune of $123 billion, Mr. Arnault is one of just 4 cent billionaires in the world. Therefore, it is hardly surprising that he spent $54 million with Berner on a stunning Falcon 7X business jet. Everything revolves around the posh way of life, and this aircraft was made in France. With 3 distinct seating areas and a height of 6.3 feet, the cabin is spacious enough to hold up to 19 passengers per day. Therefore, the Falcon 7X has 3 engines, is the first business jet with fly-by-wire technology, and has a range of 6,000 nautical miles that allows Bernhard Arnault to go non-stop from the Paris headquarters of LVM to Tokyo. The Symphony, a 333-meter yacht owned by Mr. Arnault, can accommodate 16 passengers and 36 crew members. It contains a jacuzzi, a theater, and a 6-foot swimming pool. The annual operating expenditures for this $150 million boat range from $10 to $15 million. Elon Musk, in second place, when he defeated Jeff Bezos to become the richest man in the world on January 7. This individual kicked off the years 20 and 21, and with a boom. With a net worth of $160 billion, he is currently the second richest person and the second richest CEO on our list. He is the creator and CEO of the Boring Company, SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink. Elon Musk is a genius and an eccentric, and it's difficult to know if this intelligence becomes too much for him because of the way he comes across. He has it all together, save for naming his child after a Google-recommended password. To concentrate on the SpaceX Starship project and other responsibilities, he just relocated from California to Texas. He still needs to commute to California and other locations, though, as both SpaceX and Tesla have their headquarters there. And Mr. Musk conducts his calculations in style using 2 private aircraft, a Gulfstream G550 and a G650, the latter of which is larger, faster, and with a greater range. It was also given a Collier Trophy for advancing business aviation. The cabins of both business planes can accommodate up to 18 passengers each. But Elon Musk's aircraft have varied setups that are tailored to his preferences and comfort. This contains 4 distinct spaces for dining, working, and relaxation, as well as handcrafted seats with Wi-Fi. The G650 costs a staggering $70 million, while the G550 would cost over $61 million in today's dollars. This is a significant sum of money considering that Elon is more frequently spotted driving his more luxurious Tesla Model S, which can cost up to $140,000. Additionally, he drives the up to $110,000 all-wheel drive Tesla Model X when he is with his children. They may be his automobiles, but there is still a substantial sum of money. First place, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, is the person you've been waiting for to be named the wealthiest CEO in the world. He will stand aside from his position as CEO of the business in the second half of 2021, according to the corporation, and Andy Jassy will take over. Bezos is the richest person in modern history, with a current net worth of $181 billion. He was the first person to become a billionaire, the first person to briefly reach a net worth of $200 billion in December 2020, and his biggest accomplishment was the largest comeback from a divorce. That's a fantastic book, but when will Warner Brothers figure out that Jesse Eisenberg would be the ideal Lex Luthor and send him back to the social network? In any case, Bezos flies in style, a Gulfstream G650 Air, to be specific. However, he must own a G650, which cost roughly $150 million, unlike Elon Musk who has one. It is hardly surprising that billionaires like Elon Musk prefer the G650 VR as their preferred business aircraft. Both Jeff Bezos and Larry Ellison. He will stand aside from his position as CEO of the business in the second half of 2021, according to the corporation, and Andy Jassy will take over. Bezos is the richest person in modern history with a current net worth of $181 billion. He was the first person to become a billionaire, the first person to briefly reach a net worth of $200 billion in December 2020, and his biggest accomplishment was the largest comeback from a divorce. That's a fantastic book, but when will Warner Brothers figure out that Jesse Eisenberg would be the ideal Lex Luthor and send him back to the social network? In any case, Bezos flies in style, a Gulfstream G650 Air, to be specific. However, he must own a G650, which cost roughly $150 million. The aircraft has a number of speed records and received a class-specific aviation award. It features 4 different room spaces, each with roomy, comfortable chairs, walk-around space, and enormous windows that let in natural light and make the room appear even bigger, as I have described. In his Ferrari, Pininfarina, Sergio Bugatti, Varian Mansouri, or Daewoo Motors, like in Hypersport, Jeff Bezos can be seen spinning zigzag Traviata or Lamborghini Bonenos when he decides to descend to Earth with mortals. The overall cost of this fleet of vehicles was $20 million. All of them are swift, and most are uncommon. But if you're the richest CEO in the world, that's simply a change. The world's wealthiest CEOs travel in the manner described above. Which one will you be dreaming about? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, please click the like button and visit the exclusive news channel for more lavish video content. We appreciate your interest and hope to see you again soon.